She has the qualities of a queen. She's a queen. Ooh, ooh, what a natural beauty. No.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's KiyanahVinay, and in today's video, I will be doing a deep trim and a silk press on freshly relaxed and colored hair. Now the color was just a rinse, so the color you see on her skin is fine. Okay, so right here, I will just be parting her hair into 5 sections to make it easier for me to blow out and apply the silk serum on it. So I will have 3 parts in the front and 2 in the back. So the back will basically just be in half and the front will be in 3. Now just pin them away until I'm ready. Okay, so right here I'm just parting the back in half. Like I said, 3 in the front and 2 in the back. I usually use butterfly clips to pin the hair away, but on this day I couldn't find any, so that's why this ponytail is coming down. But I would definitely recommend using butterfly clips for this to at least pin the hair away. The color on her forehead and on her scalp, that can easily be removed with alcohol and a cotton ball. Since her hair was freshly relaxed, it did burn her a little bit, so I wouldn't recommend using it if you just got a relaxer or just did a relaxer. So yeah, I'm just removing the color with the cotton ball. Just basically just rubbing it until some of the color is gone. No, all the color is not gonna come off. It might come off, but more than likely it won't. But with your natural hair oils, it'll eventually go away. So hers went away in like a day and a half. After a couple of days, we didn't see the color on her scalp anymore. Since I did her whole head, it did get on her scalp, and that's why it's stained. So yeah, I'm gonna be using Silk Infusion. I just apply like a dime size amount on in the palm of my hand and apply it to the hair, and this is for each section. Of course, at the top where the sections aren't as big or doesn't have as much hair in the section, I will use a little less than that. Okay, with the Silk Infusion, what you see me doing here is just running it through her hair, making sure I distribute it evenly. And what I'm going to do is take my blow dryer and apply heat, just blow out her hair a little. I let her sit under the heated dryer for about 15 minutes, so that's why most of the water is out her hair. So what I'm just doing is basically just going and finishing drying it. Okay, for the rest of the sections, I'm just going to repeat the last 2 steps as far as the Silk Infusion and blow drying it out. And yeah, so I'm just going to fast forward a little because you guys already basically see what I'm doing. Okay, so at this point I'm done blow drying and I'm about to get prepared to trim. So for this step you'll need a rat tail comb and some shears, which are hair cutting scissors. So right here I'm just gonna part her hair like almost like I did when I was blow drying it, but for this step you're gonna just part out a horseshoe at the top of her head and try to make it as even as possible. With the hair that's left down, you're gonna trim it evenly around if you're going for an even trim. If you're going for a layered trim, that'll be a different tutorial. Okay, so right here I'm just securing the horseshoe. Mine was not perfectly even because I wasn't looking at it in the mirror, I was looking at it through my camera. But it will still be even because when I'm finished I'm gonna let the hair down and go all the way back around, and you'll see that at the end. So she has breakage in the front, but we're not gonna focus on that right now. We're just gonna get the length of her hair straightened. So what I'm doing right here is trying to show you guys like where I'm gonna begin trimming. The best way to look at it is with a towel like I have on her shoulders, and if you can see the towel through her hair, then that means it's dead. It needs to be trimmed. Okay, so right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and trim the front of her hair. This part will not be the same length as the rest, just because the front of your hair always tends to be shorter than the rest. But yeah, I'm gonna do the same to the other side. And when you're trimming, I'll show you guys right here. When you're trimming, you always want to make sure you pull the hair with a little tension, not too much to hurt the client, and have your fingers straight as your guide to where you're trimming or where you're cutting. And when you're trimming, you go in with the scissors blunt, meaning you hold the scissors straight and you cut the hair straight across, not jagged, not sideways or anything else. Straight, so you can get an even cut, and that's only for blunt cuts. So right here, I'm going to begin trimming the back of her hair, and right here, you guys can't really see, but yeah, I'm just going along to where I think her hair needs to be trimmed. I'm just rough trimming right here. We'll go back around and then even it out. But you use the hair that you previously cut as a guide to where you're gonna cut the next piece of hair. So right here, I'll be taking a loose the hair that I put away. That's the hair that I parted in horseshoe. I'm gonna hold it all the way up, comb it all the way out with tension, and trim straight across. And as we go along, we're just gonna part little sections and even it out. She has breakage in the middle of her head, so I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna go in and get that right here. Right here, I just went back in and evened it all the way around, and that's still just the horseshoe. Okay, so right here, I'll be parting the hair back into the 5 sections like I had it when, well, before I blow dried it. And this is just getting prepared to press the hair out. The sections don't all have to be even, but I mean, it's whatever you prefer, because right at this point, we're just pressing the hair out. So we can go back around and we can even out the trim and see if everything's straight. Okay, so right here, I will be pressing out the hair, and I'm just gonna let this go super fast because this is not a tutorial on how I press hair per se. It's a silk press tutorial, yes, but how I actually flat iron hair will be a different tutorial. But basically, I just part the hair into little sections and go over it with the flat iron. So yeah. Okay, right here we see that the hair is not even all the way across, and that's because when the hair was blow dried, some parts of her hair might have been more poofy than others, so you can't really get an even trim while it's blow dried. The point of trimming the hair while it's blow dried is to get most of the dead hair off. But of course we have to go back after and make sure everything's straight. So what I'm doing right here is just going around and making sure everything's even, and we're going to do that once more when the top is also flat ironed. Right here I'm just pressing the top as I did the bottom, and I forgot to say, if you notice how silky her hair is, that is the Silk Infusion. And how most silk serums work, they're activated by heat. So when you blow dry it in there and when you press it, that's when the silk is activated, of course. And right here, I'm just making sure that her part is even in the middle because, like I said, we want it to be even all the way around. So we don't want to make a part on the side and then one side be longer than the other. So I'm just going back around, like I said, making sure everything is even. And she wanted a side part, so after I make sure that everything's even, I'm going to give her her part. And I just go around her edges with the, a smaller flat iron to make sure everything's straight and in place. So I'm just going back around after I've made sure everything is even and curl the hair. And I curl it tight because I'm going to wrap her hair and let her sit under the dryer for about 15 minutes to let everything set. Well, not everything, but the silk set. And yeah, I edge tamed her edges and curled out her curls. And right here, I wrapped her hair. And I'm going to tie it down with a do-rag and let her sit under the dryer for about 10 to 15 minutes. And this is the finished product. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and share.
Ooh, what a natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen.